describe someone that you have met and you'd like to work or study with? This is a very good question, which reminds me of a person that I really admire and respect, and his name is Legend, and he is my mentor in my previous company. And now, even though that we don't work in the same company, but I still have a very close touch with him because he's my teacher and he's my brother. So why I think that he's the person that I would like to work with and study with, because he's my true friend. Because there's a saying I like to share with you: true friends say good things behind your back and bad things to your face. Legend is a really cool guy. So when I worked with him, and he seldom smiled, and he only focused on some tasks and also technologies. He's really a guru, this very experienced technical guy, and I learned a lot from him. Especially that when he was my mentor, he was really tough. Why? Because every time when I want to explain something to him, I would like to be polite and I would like to explain some details. And I say, hey, Legend, here is the issue and this is the background. And he said, hey, Scott, stop, because you need to focus on the topic. Tell me what's the reason and what's the problem. And then I was like, oh my goodness, this guy is really cool. And I just say something directly. But it really helps me because he helped me to learn a lot of technologies, and even sometimes when we have the conversation, he directly point out my weak point. And Legend said, hey, Scott, I think that you are very vulnerable because if there are some difficulties or a very big pressure, you don't have the capability to handle that. So this is the part you need to improve. Yeah, I have to admit, when I hear this kind of advice, it's a little bit, well, how do you feel about that? But after that, I feel like that's really worthwhile to receive this kind of advice, because after that, I noticed that is true. And you know what? Even though sometimes he criticized me to my face, and but he said something behind me, because when somebody asked the Legend and say, hey, what do you think about Scott? And he would say, Scott, I think it's really excellent. He got a very rich experience on technology, and I think that he could do more. So, when I know this situation, and I truly think that Legend is real friend of mine. So just as I mentioned before, that true friends say good things behind your back and bad things to your face. So I think that is the true friend, because they don't care about if they really offend you, because they think that say something which is really beneficial for you. So that's why I really want to have the opportunity to work with him or study with him again. So that's why I think that choose a true friend is a really significant thing we need to consider.